Next Monday, on November 22nd, I am putting out a video making Thanksgiving Day picks and debating a turkey. Mr. Gobblestone, the turkey. It's all part of the Hisense Turkey Bowl. Hisense is sponsoring this video. They have the Hisense U6 ULED TV, the ultimate big game TV. It's fantastic. And thank you to Hisense. On Sunday Night Football, the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Raiders 41-14, an inverse score. Here's the story. Kansas City had the best game on offense they've had all year. They were executing at such a high level against the Raiders. Here's the thing about Kansas City's offense. They do so many different things well. They kind of remind me of watching like Oklahoma or any other Big Ten college football team because they do so many different things. And I mean, they're so creative and fun to watch. When Kansas City gets stopped on offense, it's not because the defense usually is doing anything to stop them. It's because Kansas City is getting in their own way. And watching Sunday Night Football was the first time all year where I feel like we saw the Kansas City offense we saw when Mahomes won the MVP. Like, oh, back to business. Enough of the nonsense. No more getting in your own way. No more beating yourself. No more boneheaded mistakes. Kansas City just executed at a really high level and dominated. Their offense was fantastic. Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback, was 35 for 50 passing with 406 yards, 5 passing touchdowns. And again, like, every week I watch Kansas City, I go like, more nonsense, more boneheaded plays. And finally, they got rid of the dumb mistakes, and that is why they dominated in this game. Again, in theory, if KC executes, there's nothing a defense can do because they are so capable. They have so many things they can do. They had a really cool play where Blake Bell literally ran a quarterback sneak. Like, they do all kinds of crazy stuff every week. Like, you watch them play, and you're like, I didn't know they had that in their playbook, and I don't think the defense had any idea it was in their playbook. They just pull all kinds of stuff out. They're hard to defend. Now, I will say, I've been praising Kansas City for this game so far in this topic. I do want to add, Patrick Mahomes had 2 interception-worthy throws. The Raiders had 2 interceptions in their hands that they dropped. One was a bad decision. It was a deep ball into coverage. Should have been picked off right around the goal line, if I remember correctly. Bad decision. It should not have been throwing a ball into double coverage. Now, one of the interception-worthy throws Patrick Mahomes had was not really his fault. It was simply just a great play by the defense. Casey Hayward, the Raiders corner, made a ridiculous break on the ball. Like, I don't even think that was his area to defend. He just saw what was coming and broke hard and left his position and broke hard and knocked the ball down. He almost picked it off. So even though he had 2 interception-worthy throws, I really think Patrick Mahomes only had one truly bad play all game. Like, Mahomes mostly got the ball out of his hands very, very quickly. He was throwing the ball away, which is huge progress. All year he's been forcing it, trying to play hero ball. Multiple times just threw the ball away. There's nothing there. I'm like, great. Patrick, live to see another day. And it was just a great performance by Patrick Mahomes. He was refined. He looked good. And that is the first time all year we've really seen Patrick Mahomes play at the level we know he's capable of. And he looked like an MVP last night. I don't know if he can keep it going all year, but if that's how they're going to play the rest of the year, Kansas City's dangerous. We know they're dangerous, but like I said, it's the first time all year they haven't beat themselves. And when they execute, man, they put up 41 points and can dominate you. Now, the Raiders are sad to watch. The Raiders this year, off the field stuff kind of derailed their year. Lose their coach, lose a couple players. It's hard to overcome the stuff that the Raiders have been through this year. Now, Raiders quarterback Derek Carr had 2 horrible throws. Like, I don't know. I think it was desperation. Derek Carr's losing a lot. He wants to make a play. It's something I don't know. I can't defend. I don't even understand it. I don't know. If I talked to Derek Carr today, he'd probably be like, yeah, I don't know what I was doing either, because he made a couple throws where he was just like late and launching the ball deep over the middle into dangerous territory. Nothing's really open. He's getting hit as he throws. Like, you never, ever want to just put the ball up in the air over the middle of the field. Like, that's bad always, unless it's a Hail Mary. And he threw like 2 Hail Mary type throws. One went basically not straight up in the air, but like a moon ball way high up in the air, got picked off. Another one somehow it just landed in the middle of the field, did not get picked off. But I thought that Derek Carr, I liked Derek Carr, had 2 horrible horrible decision throws where he's just like, that's not a good throw. I don't know what you're doing there. I don't know why you made that decision. I don't think you can defend that throw. And if I'm going to, I had to mention that. I'm like, I don't know what Derek Carr's doing there. No, I still got to say, I would love to see what Derek Carr could do on a great roster someday. Like, what could Derek Carr achieve with a bunch of help? I see Tom Brady in Tampa with a ton of great receivers around him. I see Dak Prescott in Dallas has great weapons everywhere, great offensive line, good run. Like, we've never seen Derek Carr play on a team like that. And my fear is that Derek Carr's career trajectory is going to go the way of Matthew Stafford, where Matthew Stafford, the former Lions quarterback for years, was on a bad football team with a bad roster and never really was given a chance to achieve at a high level because he was pulled down by everything around him. And this year, we're seeing Matthew Stafford with the Rams. He plays on Monday Night Football tonight. We get to see, like, wow, when he has help, he's really good. And I would love to see what Derek Carr is capable of on a good football team. It felt like this year the Raiders were building to that. You know, they had a bunch of young players. Had John Gruden, and Gruden left. Henry Ruggs gets arrested, kills someone. Like, it's horrible what happened. It's really, truly horrible. And one thing there that's sad is that we're never really going to get to see at least what they were building come to its full potential. Because I thought that what the Raiders were building early this year, they were 3-0. And I was like, man, maybe we're finally going to see Derek Carr on a good football team, like have a ton of help, and that'd be really fun. And now it feels like the Raiders are just sliding, and they've lost all momentum. And hope. I mean, frankly, like, this team doesn't look like a team that has a lot of when you don't know what your future is, like you don't know the plan, and you're not feel like you're headed in a great direction, it's hard to execute at a high level. And I think, and that works for anywhere in life. If you're not sure what's next for you, uncertainty can really, really throw you off. And I feel like the Raiders look like a team that lost all their momentum, isn't really sure about their future, and doesn't know where they're headed. And that's a mess. I feel really, really bad for Derek Carr, for Raider fans. And also, like, I'm just kind of sad because I thought what the Raiders were building and heading towards was pretty cool. And it all fell apart this year due to stuff off the field. Now, the next two games for the Raiders are they play Cincinnati and then they play Dallas. Right now, the Raiders are 5-4. I think in 2 weeks from now, they will likely be 5-6. I do not feel good about the Raiders and where they're headed right now. I honestly, I look at them every time I watch them play, it makes me very, very sad. Now, there are three things that are worth noting I want to mention. Kansas City running back Darrell Williams had a ridiculous touchdown catch. He basically posterized Raider safety John Abram. He just stole a jump ball away from John Abram. And Abram is a better run defender than coverage guy, but that was bad. It was bad coverage, great catch. You never really see a running back make a Calvin Johnson level catch where you like steal the ball from a defender in the end zone. It was just a ridiculous play that was totally... Kansas City didn't need it, by the way. They were already dominating with Patrick Mahomes' fifth touchdown, and you're like, wow, what a play by Darrell Williams. Now, also on a 4th and 7, number 2, 4th and 7, Kansas City ran a really cool fake punt pass where the punter catches a snap, throws a great hitch route for like 10 yards, get a first down. I just wanted to mention that because Tommy Townsend threw a beautiful pass. It was fantastic, well executed. Again, it's also worth noting, I talk about this. I talked about this earlier in the topic, but the play design in Kansas City is always so creative. Again, it reminds me so much of Oklahoma or other Big 12 teams where they just do all kinds of crazy stuff. And even though that's not necessarily part of their offensive play design with Patrick Mahomes and stuff, that was still like a gutsy call. I loved it. And what a great throw by Tommy Townsend for the first down on 4th and 7. Like, you don't see that very often, and it was perfectly executed. And the third thing I want to talk about here, Raiders' new receiver, Deshaun Jackson, made his Raiders debut. He had one catch for 38 yards, and he fumbled. Catches the ball. It's a big play, 38 yards, and the ball gets knocked out. He fumbles. It was kind of an analogy for the Raiders' whole year so far. They had a good start, and then an implosion happened. And I was so excited. Like, Deshaun Jackson, I thought, never could quite, for some reason, figure it out in LA. Him and Matthew Stafford were on the same page, but it was clear, like, Deshaun Jackson still has speed. He can still blow the top off a defense. And I'm like, well, he's not Henry Ruggs. Henry Ruggs is 22 and has had a future with the Raiders, and now You got Deshaun Jackson, who'll be 35 in December. So there's no future there really long term. But I'm like, hey, what can he add to this offense? And he did a couple times clear out people vertically, but the one time he did have an opportunity to make a big play, he made the catch and then fumbled the ball away. And just, what a great analogy, again, for the Raiders' year. A good start with an implosion afterward, and that is how the Raiders' year has gone so far.